started. Thank you all for coming out to today's Work Zone event. The first speaker we have is Ben Wills, construction engineer at IDOT, District 9.
All right, good morning. Thanks everybody for coming out. My name is Ben Wills. I'm the construction engineer for IDOT District 9. For those of you who don't know, District 9 is the southern 16 counties of Illinois. Today we're joined by ISP, our general contractors, Labor's Local 773, and Johnson County, along with members of media and some of our fine maintenance people. So today we're hosting Work Zone Awareness Week. For those who live and work in Southern Illinois, you know we have a lot of work zones. That's because the governor's Rebuild Illinois plan is in full swing, and we're getting our fair share down here in Southern Illinois, so that's been a great thing for us. Right now, to put that in perspective, District 9's program is $550 million. Our normal program is sometimes around a fifth of that right now, so that's incredible for us in the region. And by the time that we finish this fiscal year, we will have $1 billion in active construction contracts. So this includes major work on all our interstates, including the continued expansion of I-57 from just south of Marion all the way to Mount Vernon. We have large projects at each of our major river crossings into Indiana, Kentucky, and Missouri. And we have paving and bridge work in communities all across Southern Illinois. So I say this because all this work means greater exposure for our work zones and greater exposure for our traveling public and the fine people that work in those work zones. We need your help to get the word out that work zone safety is a priority for everyone. Last year, 13 people died in Illinois in work zones. That is too many. It's heartbreaking, each one. Our goal is 0, and it will always be 0. Statistics show that 9 out of 10 accidents in a work zone are drivers. So to the traveling public, what we ask is avoid distractions, obey signs, watch for stop traffic, most importantly, reduce speed, and keep an eye on what's out in front of you, not what's going on out in the work zone. The theme of this event is respect the zone so we can all get home. So I would like everyone to please treat our work zones seriously. Put your cell phones down, look at what's going on ahead, make sure that you're paying attention because you never know what might happen as a result of another driver. And another thing that I would be remiss if I didn't say, in my career, one of the greatest joys I've had is all the folks that I've been able to work with that are in all the trades. We have our union people here, we have ISP, we have our maintenance folks here. There are people that are doing a job that a lot of folks don't want to do. They deserve our admiration and respect, and I want you to think about that when you're driving through these zones. These are mothers, daughters, fathers, brothers, sons. They're doing a job that we should all give grateful thanks to. So they deserve all of that, and most importantly, they deserve to come home to their families at night. So please think of that as you're rolling through our work zones. Let's have a great construction season, and always remember this is a shared responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Okay, our next speaker is Illinois State Police Captain Josh Anderton.
Thank you, and good morning. I'm Troop 10 Commander Captain Josh Anderton with the Illinois State Police. The Illinois State Police is pleased to join the Illinois Department of Transportation and our community partners in recognizing 2025's Work Zone Safety Awareness Week. The Illinois State Police is dedicated to partnering with stakeholders throughout Illinois to protect construction zone workers, first responders, and the motoring public. Every day, the Illinois State Police deploys officers to construction zones to monitor traffic flow, identify drivers who disobey work zone speed limits, and violate other laws. Many construction projects throughout the state of Illinois, we would like to remind drivers to allow plenty of time for travel, slow down, avoid tailgating, and pay attention to the road. Speeding, distracted driving, and driving while impaired in work zones are serious offenses which can result in tragic consequences. Day after day, officers handle preventable crashes, whether in work zones or when someone fails to move over for an emergency vehicle. The Move Over Law, known as Scott's Law in Illinois, requires drivers to move over and slow down when approaching a stationary emergency vehicle with its emergency lights activated. The Move Over Law not only applies to law enforcement vehicles, but ambulances, fire vehicles, IDOT emergency traffic patrol vehicles, tow trucks, and other authorized emergency vehicles. Illinois State Police and IDOT urge drivers to also move over and slow down for any vehicle with flashing lights stopped on the side of the road. We've all heard it, move over and slow down for emergency vehicles. Despite this, we continue to see crashes, including deadly crashes, because someone refused to move over and slow down. To help end this reckless behavior, we want the public to know that if you fail to move over and slow down in Illinois, you will get a ticket. The days of receiving a warning for this violation are over. Move over or get pulled over. Today, we ask you to help spread our safety message to keep our road workers safe. Not only do we need to help make sure people are aware of the laws, but also need to make sure they understand their role in helping save lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain. And our next speaker is Associated General Contractors of Illinois, Steve Quinn.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm honored to be here today on behalf of Samron, speaking for the Associated General Contractors of Illinois as we participate in this very important event for Work Zone Awareness Week. It's our proud to speak not only on behalf of the contractors, but on behalf of the workers, men and women who every day are in these work zones. And I think a lot of people have admitted and noticed that rather than this getting better, it seems to be getting worse in terms of the amount of accidents and the distractedness of drivers driving through work zones. And so we have to do everything we can to change that, to create safe environments. One of the things that we do every day is we have safety briefings with our teams and crews that are out on the road. They're highly trained on what to look out for and to be as safe as absolutely possible. But we rely a great amount on the motoring public to also provide that safety. And so we participate in events like this. We continue to get the same message out that you've heard this morning already. It's just as simple as slowing down and focusing when you're in a work zone. Being aware that a zone is coming up, pre-planning your trip, knowing where those work zones are ahead of time, not being distracted and slowing down and paying attention. But for me as a driver, as a traveler, I remind myself as I approach a work zone that, as you've heard already, that's someone's son, someone's mother, someone's father working in that work zone. And I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that I keep them safe as I drive through that area, which means no phones, no speeding, 100% focus. Everything that we should be doing on the road to keep ourselves safe is at another level when we're driving through a work zone. These men and women are out there creating better roads and better conditions for us. And what we need to do for them is to give them as much courtesy and safety as we can. Stay in the right lane, stay at the speed limit, give them space, and let's all get home to where we're going, and let's make sure that they get home at the end of the day to their families. So please, that's our message. Please pass that along. Please spread that word anywhere you can. Slow down, look for the orange, look for the speed limits, and obey those speed limits, and let's stay focused in work zones and keep everyone safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Our next speaker is Laborers Local 773, Chuck Sign.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. I'm Chuck Sign. I'm a field rep for Laborers Local 773 based here in Southern Illinois. As we all know, yesterday kicked off the National Work Zone Awareness Week. The goal of the National Work Zone Awareness Week is simply to remind everyone the importance of paying attention to traffic control, and like the gentleman behind me said, you know, plan your trips, be ready, because it's everywhere. Every road almost in southern Illinois is under construction. Figure out a route around it, because there are several ways to go around it. You know, and as we approach the drive-through work zones, both motorists and working in the construction zones will remain safe. We all lead busy lives. We all get in a hurry to get somewhere. Like Steve just mentioned, you know, kind of plan your trip, make it a little bit where you are not going to get caught up in this, because there are delays. You know, we are a burden to the public. They don't like us out there. We get called names. As a 30-year laborer, I know this. We've had things thrown at us. They don't like us, but we build the road better for them. You know, and pay attention to the speed limits, the flaggers, and try to eliminate distractions. Put your phones down, put your earbuds out of your ears, turn your music down. Just pay attention for 10 minutes, all it takes. I mean, 10 minutes can save one life. So please be watchful and considerate of the workers who are simply trying not only to provide for their families, but to improve the infrastructure in our communities for all of us to benefit and prosper from. Thank you, and be safe and look out for one another. And I would like to introduce the next speaker, Brandon Tanner of the Johnson County Engineering.
Good morning. My name is Brandon Tanner, and I serve as the county engineer here for Johnson County. I'm honored to speak today during IDOT's Work Zone Safety Awareness Week. This is a time that's set aside to remind us all that work zones are more than orange cones and flashing signs. They are places where our crews, our colleagues, and our friends go to work each day, often just feet from fast-moving traffic. This year's theme, Respect the Zone So We All Get Home, says it all. Every person working in a construction zone is someone's parent, sibling, neighbor, or a friend. Showing respect in the work zone means obeying the speed limit, staying alert, putting the phone down. It's about making sure that the people behind those safety vests and those drivers passing through those construction zones make it home safely at the end of the day. Across the state, road workers are out in all types of conditions, making improvements that benefit us all. Their safety depends on our decisions that we make behind the wheel. We ask that drivers do their part, slow down, eliminate distractions, stay alert. That extra few seconds can be the difference between a close call and a catastrophe. Work zones can change daily with shifting lanes, uneven pavements, flaggers directing traffic, and reduced speed limits. Familiar roads can suddenly become very unfamiliar, which is why it is so important to approach each and every work zone with caution and patience. Situational awareness and safe driving habits are the best tools that we have to prevent tragedies. Work zone safety isn't just about traffic control plans or high visibility vests. It's about respect. Respect for the people doing the work and for the lives that hang in the balance each and every time a driver passes through a construction zone. Let's all do our part, not just this week, but every day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, speakers. So at this time, we will now take questions. Any questions from media? Okay, and with that, thank you.